May the 17th and 18th. Now on May 17th and 18th, we will be having the Sunday and Monday class. On this go around, we only have the Sunday class. So on the next go around, we have Sunday and Monday. Sundays from 1 to 4, and Mondays is from 6 to 9 on May 17th and May 18th. So registration is now. If you want to call me, give me a call at 216-815-7300 to register for that nonprofit, for-profit structuring classes. Tonight is real estate class. We got 2 classes left. As a matter of fact, the real estate class is online. So if you want to get in on that portion, the members that are already in the class, give me a call, 216-815-7300, so I can contact Marvin Spates about how that's going to be going on for the online real estate program tonight. So like I said, there's 2 more classes left in the real estate program. I am proud of the real estate gurus, proud of the real estate members that are learning how to buy property, flip property. I'm proud of the people that have gotten property donated to their nonprofit. So shout out to them. Woo woo. And pretty much this is what Blight is all about, building business leaders of tomorrow, today. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to talk about a few things. Been getting calls in about various situations. We have been getting calls in as far as building their businesses up, starting a nonprofit. We have people taking the class all the way from Columbus. So shout out to you guys in Columbus that's taking the class on the our webinar. If you're interested in taking the program, you don't want to come in, or you from out of state, yeah, we do have a webinar program that you can take our class online. So that has already started. People are coming in, taking the class online and getting their materials, getting their businesses structured, things of that nature. We do have a special guest. Miss Shahida Hawkins is here with us today. She's going to be talking about her nonprofit and her for-profit and her journey on this road to what? Freedom?
Yes.
Free. All right. So let me see if I can tell one of my stories. So I think I told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because so people can get the idea of all things are possible. Had a kid come in and he took the class. He was telling me that, Montana, I'm trying to get a grant. So I was like, okay, well, start at the banks. Start at the banks because usually in communities, banks have grants, right? And I might have told the story again, but I'm telling it again. And he came back to me sad. He said, well, I went to the bank and the bank told me that they do not do grant program. They are a for-profit corporation and they don't deal with grants. And I asked him, I said, well, what bank did you go to? He told me the name of the bank. And then I proceeded to look up the bank. And sure enough, they had a whole ton of grant programs for the community. So I told him to go back to that bank and you tell them they have grant programs. And he went back and I guess he got scared or he got intimidated. Came back to me. He said, I just won't deal with that bank no more. I said, well, what happened? He would not tell me what happened. But he said, I just won't deal with that bank no more. And he opened up a bank account at Dollar Bank. So shout out to Miss Levert. So I know you opened up that account, girl. I know you opened up that account. So Miss Levert, she is one of our partners. Dollar Bank has came to partner with Blot. So she did open up a bank account for him and got his businesses and his personal together. So thank you, Miss Levert. I have getting calls from like PNC Bank. Well, I said PNC, I shouldn't have said it, but that, hey, we getting people coming in, opening up corporations, businesses, and the businesses are not structured right. Hey, Black, can you come out and help us? We need some help because people are coming in banks wanting us to tell them what to do and how to structure their businesses, and we are not equipped to do that type of procedure. So we're going to just, we're going to just push them over to you. You train them and then bring them back to us. So I said, fine, I can do that. No problem. So shout out to all the banks out there. Yes, banks in the community have grants. Look up their grant program. They should be willing to help you fill out that process because it's a community grant and it helps out with nonprofit. These nonprofits without their board of directors. They want to do it by themselves. They want, because they have this idea, they have these goals, they know how they want it done, and they're pretty much putting forth the effort into trying to structure the nonprofit all by yourself, and you're getting burnt out. Let your board help you structure that nonprofit. I had a lady call me. She got everything up and running. the nonprofit was up and running. She got her paperwork, her board members and everything. She called me 1 year later and said, Montana, I want to shut down my nonprofit. And I told her, I said, well, why do you want to do that? Just give it to somebody else. So I think her intentions was wrong, but what she said to me was, I don't like the fact that I started a nonprofit and I have a chance or as a possibility that I can get voted out of my corporation. And I said, what? That's the reason why you shutting the nonprofit down? She's like, yep, because it's my nonprofit and I don't want to get voted out of my corporation. So the thing is, you guys that starting these nonprofits, it's not your nonprofit. So stop believing that it's your nonprofit because it does not belong to you. You do not own the nonprofit. You are a worker or an employee of the nonprofit. You're there to set up the nonprofit for the community, to help out in the community. Can you benefit from the nonprofit? Yes, you can. Do you own a nonprofit? No, you do not. It's ran by a board of directors, okay? So getting to board of directors, if you have a nonprofit and your board just don't know what the heck they are doing, send them to the block program so we can teach them on how to structure, how to develop your nonprofit or their nonprofit, or how to even run a nonprofit successfully, okay? So we're going to get moving on to something else. We're going to introduce our guest today, Miss Shahida. Now I'm going to tell you a little story of how I met her. She came to Bly. I think she came to a graduation. She came to a graduation like, I think it was 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. And she was like, Montana, I like the program. I been following you for about a year. I was like, you been following me? She said, yeah, I've been stalking. No, she ain't been stalking, but she's been, watching us. She said, I watch you this. I see all the, the progress you're doing. I see what you guys are doing just to make sure this ain't a scam. And pretty much she said, I will be in your class starting next year. I was like, okay. Well, that year didn't happen. She waited a whole year. I guess she was finished watching us. She had to continue watching us. So she came to the class like a year later. She's like, I should have came a year. Like when I told y'all I was coming, I should have came then. All my stuff would have been done, finished. My business would be up and running. But since I waited, I had to start from where I'm at, which is fine. Start from wherever you at. And she came to the program. She graduated. Then she came to the real estate program. She finishing up in 2 more weeks. And I'm proud of this young lady. She had people in her ear telling her some things about Bly and me and whatever else. And she said, shoot, I don't want to hear that. I'm about to call Montana. You don't be talking about my girl like that, right?
That's right.
So, Miss Shahida, tell her, I'm introducing you. So you tell your name, your nonprofit, your business, how to, tell a little bit about your own corporation and how to reach you.
Okay, my non-corporation is a non-profit. It's called Prosperous Beginnings. It's for single fathers, getting ready to do a shelter for the single fathers so that they can get the assistance that they need. Men don't have all the outlets that women do, so I just wanted to be one of the ones to be able to help them with shelter, food, daycare, employment, transportation. And once they're done with the program, they'll be able to graduate into their own home.
Okay.
So looking for a space now. And hopefully that'll be maybe up and getting ready to open sometime the fall, possibly.
Oh, wow. That's good.
So
you own it. Okay. So basically I had an idea long time ago that we need men shelters that they can bring their kids, because some men are taking care of their kids.
I know a lot.
Some men are taking care, and then when you go to a shelter, if it's a men's shelter, the men's like it's only men only because they don't want the kids to come in because of safety, and somebody might touch your kid, and then next there's a fire, or somebody might get killed or stuff like that. But they had women's shelters where now we got these women that can bring their kids and get these programs, and I think it was back then it was the vouchers were what was it called, plus something. It was like plus Q or plus 5 vouchers, and then they had Section 8 that you can qualify for. They had Eden House and that you can qualify for, but men just didn't have nothing. And these men with kids, like if you watch the movie, what was that movie with Will Smith when he had his kid and they had to live?
Yeah, they was living in bathrooms,
right?
And all kind of stuff.
Because the shelters wouldn't house them, right? Sometimes the women's shelters, like one women's shelter did, because he had the kid, but usually if you got your kids out there, it's rough. You got to drop them off with somebody that's going to take care of these kids. But men that are homeless, that are taking care of their kids, they don't have a shelter that can house them and their kids. So I'm glad you are opening up this program. I hope there's many more to come. Instead of one, you have a multiple of homeless shelters for men and their kids.
Yes, I want them to be on multiple sides of the city.
Okay, now let's go back and let's talk about the journey of how you thought about the idea, how you got started, how you came to Blot. Did we help you in pursuing the goals and dreams?
Well, Blot helped me as far as how to structure it. I actually sell gift baskets, so I did that on my own, which I set up a lot of the stuff wrong.
Okay.
I was getting like tax paperwork and stuff like that. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I didn't even sell nothing but this many baskets. Why am I getting taxed more money than I sold? Mm-hmm. So on that aspect, you guys helped me as far as how to structure it, how to go to Secretary of State and set it up properly instead of just going to get you a EIN.
Right.
And then, because I had an EIN and I also had like the vendor license. Mm-hmm. I had all of that stuff, but I never set it up on Secretary of the State.
Wow. Okay.
So this is, way more structured. I'm getting different calls on, like some people like asking me different questions and stuff like that. And then as far as like business wise, I just send them to you because I don't have all those answers.
Right.
So I call Montana. So, I got started because I've been running into more than just one single father, and like they don't know how to get the child care, or they don't have like the proper paperwork. Like maybe they'll just take the kid and they don't have a birth certificate, and they don't have a lot of stuff to even get the kids set up for daycare, and even the county won't even set them up to get daycare until they like get a letter from the mother and saying that they the actual father.
Oh wow!
And it's a whole lot.
So pretty much the system is not for.
It's not for fathers.
For fathers.
Not at all.
Okay, so it's just set up for women and children. So that thing has to change because a lot of women are walking away from their kids.
They are.
I don't know what's going on.
They just there you go. And I mean, I've met some where they have them as far as babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's still some good men out here, ladies, that are doing the right thing. They taking care of their kids. They taking care of their responsibilities. And you have these women that have these good men that, don't want them.
They walk away. They over it.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes. So what's going on out here in this world? Is that Corona? Man.
Right.
All right. So that's good. So pretty much we need to change how things are perceived in the business world as far as how we interact with the community.
Yes.
So you got all these nonprofits out here. What are you nonprofits doing out here for the people? A lot of nonprofits are in competition with each other, and they want to have that fame and glamour and pretend like they're helping you, and it's work. When you're helping people, it's some work. You in it with them. You're not just guiding them and showing them where to go. You are in it with them so they can know that you are right here. I get phone calls all the time, every day, text messages. I get phone calls in the middle of the night, 2:00 in the morning. They even wait for me. Sometimes they wait till 6:00 in the morning to give me calls. Montana, I need to talk to you. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I just woke up. All right, let me respond, because I feel bad if I don't respond. I have to respond. It might take a couple of hours, so I get my other eyeball open, but I will respond to you. So pretty much when we met, you came to the business class, and you brought somebody with you.
Yes, my sister.
Your sister, okay. Yes. You guys had a kind of like a dynamic duo.
Yeah,
y'all had a plan.
Actually, her idea for us to go to the class because she couldn't go.
Okay.
So I came to the class so I could see what it was and like what you guys were talking about and what you would help us do, or as far as business wise. So I said, well, I'll go see what they're talking about, and then I'll come back and give you the information.
Right.
So I came, and then once I came, we was like, okay, well, we'll just go next year. So that year had passed, and like, okay, we need to get ready. We need to go. Like, I mean, I'm sick of working for other people and helping them build their dreams.
Right.
I'm ready to build mine. So she was like, well, nah, we ain't ready yet. I'm ready. And if I'm ready, you ready. So we got ready, and we just signed up.
You signed it. Yes, you did. You pulled her right on in.
Yes.
She was fighting and kicking and everything. I was like, wait a minute, it's your idea to come to the class. Why are you like resisting and being here?
Yeah.
So you guys were in. Y'all came every week. You had questions.
Yeah.
You was more like, you was ready. Like when you said you was ready, I think when she was talking, you told her to be quiet. Like, I'm trying to learn. No?
Yeah, she like, nah, we ain't ready yet. Yeah, we ready. We more than ready. We're about to do this. So, yeah, we got more than one business underway right now.
Okay. All right. So, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a website up? Phone number that anybody can reach you? Like,
they can reach me on my cell phone. It's 216-798-4483.
Do you have a website or email address?
Right now it's on Facebook. That's Prosperous Beginnings. On Facebook.
Okay. All right. So say one more time in that camera right there.
It's Prosperous Beginnings Incorporated, and you can find us on Facebook. And my telephone number is 216-798-4483.
And tell me your name again.
And my name is Shahida Hawkins.
All right, Miss Shahida. So pretty much, let's go into. Do you think that it's important for people to have some type of educational training when they're opening up corporations? So what you've learned from Black. Do you think somebody can just start their business on their own and just be like, okay, I'm good?
No. I mean, you guys have showed me, like, we did the 501c3 together, which I'm still running into people that's trying to get those up. And they telling me that somebody told them it was like $500 and they got to send in all this paperwork.
Wow.
And I'm like, no. She showed me how to do it online, and we did it in 2 seconds, and I got it in a couple months. So I just think this is a very helpful class as far as like I said, the paperwork part, showing us how to do the Secretary of the State and which one to actually like basically build your business on, which one you need to sign it up under. Right. Instead of just signing it up like you done put it for a nonprofit, but it really ain't a nonprofit, and then you making money under that, and you got that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So yeah, it's very helpful. I would, I have been telling a lot of people and sending them your way, and they're like, oh, well, why you go there? Oh, they help me do a lot of stuff, and as far as that, and then the real estate. Vernon kept telling me to come to the real estate because I already had real estate ideas. Right. Like instead of renting somebody's building for all these businesses, I could get my own building and just clean it up and had a business in there instead of paying, rent or whatever for it. Right. So he was like, well, what you know about that? I've been looking into this before I even been looking into,
So you already had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
You're okay.
In more than one direction.
So what would you think that in TV world, entrepreneur land, what will be a struggle? Because I know a lot of people, they see us on, Facebook. They see us on TV. They see us, hear us. They know a little bit about us, but they are resistant to come and get the knowledge.
Well, first of all, I think a lot of places don't think that, we as Black people, we don't support each other. Okay. So, and then, people probably think, oh, well, Black people, I'm not going to go there because they probably not even going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I think it's a good class. It's a very good program. It don't take you long, and you actually can get your stuff up and running. You can go back and ask them questions because I blow my phone up all the time. Her and Vernon both text or call. And they both answer me and answer my questions, and I get to the next level. Okay, all right. So people, y'all hear that, right? So I got a lot of people that call me. I'm ready to register, take this class. When you get tired of working for somebody else, and you coming in, you gotta wait on your paycheck. You have no idea if they gonna fire you, write you up, or your future, your kids is concerned. My thing is start now. While this coronavirus is here and everybody on lockdown, start getting your business plans together. You sit there and you write it out and say, I'm gonna take Montana's class. That's the first thing you're gonna put on there. I am going to take Black class. Then you're going to sit there, let me develop something. So this is what I want my business cards to look like. This is what my business plan going to look like, my goals. So don't just sit there and just watch Netflix
all day long and just eat and just don't do nothing. You have work to do. You have things to accomplish in life. You have a legacy to build for your children and your grandkids, right?
Yes.
So pretty much while you sitting there, get the kids together, get their ideas. They got some good ideas too. They might want to be entrepreneurs. All kids don't want to work for somebody.
Yeah.
Right? So it's time to make a change. The change is now. So it's time to make a change. We need to start teaching our kids. Like I teach my son all the time. You go out here and sell some candy. You go out here and sell, I don't care. Let me tell you, my son, they got entrepreneurs starting in the 3rd grade. I'm telling you. So they got this kid. It's called a squishy. So if he hears me, I know about your squishy, little boy. So in the 3rd grade, he sells squishies for $1 in his school. Do you know what he made it out of? It's a piece of paper that's wrapped into a little, like maybe a sponge, and he called it a squishy. And he's selling it for $1, and he has made a lot of money off of me for this squishy. Now I'm like, wait a minute. All this, he just wrap a piece of paper around a little bitty tiny sponge, and he colors it with crayon, and he put like a window. I guess something's in there where it's looking out the window, and then he wrap it up in tape. And he sells them for $1. And the kids are buying them. Do you hear me? I done gave my son about $5 for 5 squishies. So we're going to reinvent this squishy, and we're going to sell it for $2. No. Taking the boys' business. We're trying to put them on the business.
Right.
See how black people do? But anyway, so he made the squishy, and I'm proud of this little boy. He got to be like about 8 or 9 years old. Making money. He's an entrepreneur. I don't know what the heck this squishy supposed to do, but I said, well, what does it do? Well, Mom, look, it's a squishy. I said, do you throw it at people? Do you swing it? It's a frisbee. What does it do? Can you text? Because it's like a little box and it look like you can text off of it. He said, yeah, you just pretend like you're on the phone or you just look at it. It's nothing. I was like,
oh, they just buying it like
right, they're buying it. Because
everybody want it.
Because everybody want it. That's all. Everybody want it.
Yeah.
So, entrepreneurs out there, please, 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 please. If you got business ideas, we need your business ideas. We need it structured. We need to get stuff patents. We need to start fresh. This gives us a chance to start fresh. If you're in a house on lockdown, just sit down, get some business goals down. Say, okay, my next step when I come out the house in about 3 or 4 more weeks, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this business structured. I'm going to get it up and running. I'm going to get my team together. If your family members want to support, then get your family to support. If your friends want to support, hey, get them to support, but get it up and running. All right? So, quick, before we leave, we got about, 5 more minutes? 4 more minutes? 10? Okay, 7, 6, 5. All right, so anyway. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the future goals I know you want to get a building.
Yes.
Okay, so that's for your nonprofit. Do you have a for-profit already structured and developed? And how do you see your for-profit and nonprofit working together, growing together?
My for-profit is just gonna be properties. So I'm gonna do some renovations. I'm gonna do some fix and flips. I'm gonna be a landlord, which I already have the certificate to be a Section 8 landlord.
Oh wow! So you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not messing around. I'm not gonna keep working for other people. It's a lot of stuff out here that people can do on their own, and with all these empty buildings, everybody can pretty much work for themselves. But everybody don't want to be a boss.
Okay, so how long you been learning real estate?
5 weeks.
Oh, in block class?
Yes.
Oh,
block class. Real estate.
See that? Y'all hear that?
So now Marvin's phone has been getting blowed up now.
Okay, all right.
And he's been answering me as well.
Okay,
so
good.
we went on a couple of field trips. We went on one. I couldn't go to the last one because I had to go to work. See, work will get in the way.
There's another field trip coming up. We have 2 more classes that are left. The last field trip is going to be commercial real estate. So that one's going to be good. It's going to be taught by Gregory Pickett. And usually when Greg starts speaking, he bring a whole team of people. So you don't want to miss that field trip. I'll probably be on that field trip because I want to get I got some buildings that I'm looking at. And I'm like, okay, give me the number to that one because we're going to get that one. That's the one right there.
Right.
I got one in Euclid I got my eye on. So I ain't going to say it loud, but because people are like, oh, I'm going to go after that because Montana going after that. But I ain't going to tell y'all what it is. So nah.
Yeah, so we went to that one and an old block member was rehabbing this house and it was very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nikki.
Yep. Nikki.
It was awesome. She made a smart house.
Oh, really?
Yes. Very nice.
I gotta go see that. I missed that one too. I gotta go see that one.
You gotta go and see it, Montana.
I might get that one. I might tell her to give it to me. Nikki, hey, what's up, girl?
Yeah,
can you give me that?
She put a bathroom in the basement, and it's a bathroom on the second floor, and it's just bathrooms everywhere. It looked like hotel bathrooms.
Wow.
Yes, it's awesome. I was like, this is nice.
Right. So yeah, she just bought that property. After she finished the real estate class, she bought that property, and I think she did some of the work herself.
Yeah, she did.
She did some of the work herself, and she's just an artist.
She showed us a lot of different stuff she did, like the countertops and the sink. It's like a little, you could feel the pots right over the stove.
What?
Instead of it being a faucet.
Yeah.
It's right over the stove, and you can just fill the water up. And
what? I gotta go see that. Nikki. Hey, Nikki, can you come over to my house?
She said she's not gonna have a lot of available time to be helping people, but
let me call her. You know what? Where's she at?
It was very, very nice.
Okay.
I mean, from the top to the bottom.
Now, have y'all seen a property yet that is not fully finished yet?
No.
Okay, so you guys probably gonna be seeing that coming up this weekend.
Oh. Okay.
And then the commercial property. So
yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So I am so proud of you. And proud of all the block members that have came through the program. I'm proud of also, like I said, Mr. Bogart. He has his 2 properties donated to his nonprofit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got 2 properties. He called me all the time to get it up and structured, and he having meetings and things like that. So he's taking everything that he's learned from Lot, and he's pretty much getting that nonprofit up and running. He got his for-profit up and running. So he's doing it. He done had some issues, life issues, some challenges and everything. He has took on the challenges. He's bypassed some of the challenges, and he's still pushing forward. So I'm proud of you guys, the Bogarts out there that are, following their dreams. They're getting their entrepreneur spirit together, and they getting their businesses up and running. All right, so pretty much we are running out of time. So real quick, tell them about your the business again, and how to locate you or find you on social media, on your Gmail accounts and phone numbers.
Okay, so
and your name.
You can find, my name is Shahida Hawkins. You can find Prosperous Beginnings on Facebook, or we are also on Instagram, and that's Prosperous Beginnings 1. And my telephone number is 216-798-4483, and that's for those single fathers out there that needs assistance.
All right, thank you for that. So again, tune in next week. We'll have a special guest next week coming in for talking about sickle cell anemia. So all the people that have sickle cell, you want to tune in next week at 12 noon with Blot Incorporated, building business leaders of tomorrow today. We're going to see y'all next Wednesday. I'm your host, Montana Moore, with KAZ Radio TV. Woo, woo! See you guys next week.